Alright, I'm gonna start talking like super early. Or earlier than I usually would. Hold on. Let me go to my tool. So, maybe you may have noticed, I haven't been streaming for like an entire week. That was actually not by design. I wasn't actually meant to like take a break for the week. So I can probably tell you why now. Oh man. Hold on. I could probably say why exactly I was gone for the week. So my graphics card decided to say screw you to me. Quite literally. I spent like a week trying to fix that stuff. Don't you? I could not. What the hell? Why guys out of blacks? Let's see, there we go. So basically, my graphics card really did decide to say screw you to me. And decide it didn't like die per se, but it's just not working. Pretty much meaning I have to get a whole new graphics card, which is not cheap. They were like $600 to $700, man. I was like, and I get them the best. Of course, I got a solution. But like, it is annoying that this even happened. I spent like an entire week trying to figure this shit out. And then I proceeded to figure out an idea. Just plug in my old RX 580. I am not kidding. So right now I'm on an old RX 580 until I can get that new graphics card by the end, so around September 1st or 2nd. So I had to I had to literally spend the time messing through some games just to like make them runnable. So yeah, I went and messed with games, and I had to really try to make them runnable. Of course, I was able to succeed. Like, I was able to succeed on making them runnable, but it was still annoying. I have to go back to this card. But this is exactly why I kept it. Because, like, in case one of my older cards went bad, at least this can be used as, like, a backup card. It's annoying. Hold on, I was just drinking the juice box. Yeah, I got juice boxes. Call me a child. I don't give a care. I don't care. They're great. They're actually pretty good. But yeah, that's basically what happened. My GPU said to screw you and decided to bite the dust. So I plan on getting another 5060. And then you might ask, why go with the same card that died on you? And simply, It's because I just like to use. I just need a card, okay, man. I literally just need a graphics card. So yeah, I looked at like 5060. Like there's an Asus one for like $599, which I'm like, yeah, I might have to go for those. Yes, let me go for the same Gigabyte card that literally died. There was this all-white one, which I was like more tempted. Yeah, I was like more tempted to get this all-white one. And look, out of like how a PC looks, I do not care. Legit, I cannot care enough how my computer looks. I'm the type of person who doesn't really care on computer looks as long as I can actually play games. Fine with me. So there's also this 5060 Ti that I'm thinking about grabbing. But look, when it comes to how my computer looks, as long as it runs and plays games, I'm not complaining. Like, I know people care about how their computer looks, but I'm the type of person who's just like, yo, is this running? Can I like actually like play a game on here or something? So yeah, visually, games will look not as good for at least till September. As much as I didn't want this to happen. At first, the reason at first I didn't think it was the graphics card is... Oh, I'm out of the streak. At first, one of the main reasons I didn't think it was the graphics card... Hold on. There's like two people over there. Let me like move my microphone a little bit forward more. There we go. Yeah, that's good. Like, I'm like in the high greens, early yellows. But yeah, one of the main reasons I didn't think it is because it's an 8-month-old graphics card. And now, it's not impossible for something to go wrong after 8 months. You just have to be such an unlucky person. I wish I was joking. You really just have to be unlucky. And I simply, I was unlucky. Which sucks. Generally sucks that I was one of those unlucky people that had a graphics card failure after, like, what? 8 months? But of course, I had the backup, which is genuinely a lifesaver. I tested out almost every game, and I will be recording Genshin soon. I didn't really have to lower the settings off that game. But stuff like Destiny 2, I was struggling to get this running for some reason. Like, the one game, I didn't think... Am I cold? I'm usually not even that cold. But yeah, I was like... I genuinely was a little annoyed with my computer. I think rightfully so, cause... Who exactly wants their computer to say, screw you, and like, have their graphics card like die? But yeah, that's basically what happened for the week. And now, if I knew it was the graphics card, I would have switched it out earlier, but I was waiting for a friend to, like, confirm. No, like, I don't know why. The graphics card really said, oh, this man's gone right now? It's time. I'm not kidding. That's really what the graphics card did. But yeah, that's what happened. It was A, annoying, B, annoying, C, I wish I killed... I'm just kidding on that one. No, but it was generally such an annoyance that I was just like, bro, really? But yeah, most games, I was able to get to a runnable state without streaming. Now, with streaming, I don't know how it's gonna play out. Only time will tell. Of course, I'm... Oh, why am I cold? Okay, sorry. I'm just cold. I was like Tuesday and Wednesday will be Genshin. I know there's Wuwa upcoming, but I'm going to wait on that one. Because I even, like, Wuwa is one of those games where I tried to make it run. It runs without, that comes with cost of fidelity. So how it looks. Which most times doesn't bother me. And like most times, graphics don't bother me. It's just for Wuwa. I prefer to make it look a little bit more. I'm sorry, I'm stopping like my conversation. Alright, but yeah, that's basically what happened. Anyways, what happened yesterday? I went to the doctor. And I have to go back in November for a tetanus shot, and I'm like, oh no. I'm going to do it, no doubt. But at the same time, I'm like, what? I'm like, no, Neil. Listen, call me. Oh, I shall to get here again, but I cannot. I don't like needles. I generally just don't like them. Like, they are just... It's not that they're bad. They do generally benefit you. You get, like, tetanus shots and all that. It's just... Awesome! It's been a while since I've had a needle, and I'm like, ugh, I just don't like needles. I remember when I was at the dentist, they couldn't do what they were going to do because I couldn't stand a needle. Of course, I'm 21 now. I should be able to handle a needle, but I cannot do it if I'm looking at it. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened this week. I've been also watching a lot of Netflix. Now, this, like, talks about Netflix. So, I've been watching The Night Agent. It's actually pretty good of a show. I literally was almost about to get for the entire series. I am not kidding. I was almost about to get for the entire series, where I was like, wait. Hold up. The only miracle this graphics card has is if my friend Keelik can actually, like, figure something out, but even then, the probability of him figuring something out, even he doesn't really know the issue. And I'm like, that's like the part that really annoys me, is that we don't even know... what caused this to happen. I don't know if it's just bad luck, or... Right, what's going on over here? You know what? I'm at... Because I don't know if it was just bad luck that I had, that my graphics card just decided to say no. Very well could be. It literally just could have been bad luck. And which, if that was it, nothing more you can do on that one. Damn it, I ran out of ammo. But also, it's because I suck at the game. I'm not even gonna lie. So, I also installed Overwatch. I also installed NTE. Because I much more or less wanted to play some Overwatch. But yeah, generally, I was getting through the night agent so fast that I was just like, okay, I need to chill out. But no, if you want to know how I spent my day during my time trying to figure it out that week, here's how I spent my day. I woke up, I stayed in bed, I went into my living room, and I stayed in there. Then, I went to my little brother's room, where I played the PS5 on there. Then I went back to the living room until 6 a.m. Then I went to sleep. I wish I was joking. That's literally how I spent my entire week. Midway through, I was going insane. I was like, bro, I cannot do this anymore. It was... In a way, it was driving me crazy because I was like, I cannot sit here and watch The Night Agent for another 10 episodes in the same week. Literally, I got through the rest of Season 1, I got through the whole of Season 2, and by Season 3, I was like, okay, I can't finish this all in a single week. Yes, I can, but I want to. But of course, now a at least more functioning computer right now. What the hell? What is this? Holy crap. Not the ammo for any of this, but... I might go over the patch notes and what they talked about. Because I know they added some cool stuff that I'm actually, like, interested in. Okay, now I do like how... I do like, but also I don't like how they do their thing now. Where it's just like an instant. Part of me feels like it happened over time. Made you have to think before what you did. Like, with it... Do I refill my ammo now or later? When you're near a gunfight. Part of me does in fact miss that. Because it really made you think, okay, do I do this now? Or do I do this later? And I could get killed. So that's one small critique, but that is more of a personal one. I know for the general, I have a feeling for the general community, they're gonna like this change they did. finders. I had a feeling. Holy crap! My partner doesn't even want to take this stuff. I feel bad. I feel bad, but also I don't. A part of me feels bad for just doing that to this guy, but also I don't at the same time. I don't want to. I might just take the suppressor. Wait, do I have a suppressor on this? Ah. Ew. You can have a suppressor back. The rangefinders. Actually, can I... That's a sniper. I mean, I'm generally not gonna take, like, everything. I don't have the things for that. Oh, that's actually a good one. Alright, I don't need the rest of this stuff. I knew someone was in there. Just frankly because of the body. The zombie body. So I was like, I was confident someone was in there. And I could have taken more, yeah. But also at the same time, I didn't. So if he ever comes back here, he'll at least have some stuff to gear up with. But yeah, the only games that I probably won't stream is Destiny 2 and Marathon. Because it was a struggle to get those two games to really run well. And again, I'm using an older graphics card now. And it was generally, like, annoying when this happened. I was like, why does this have to happen now to me? But I'm generally just, like, kind of surprised that an 8-month-old graphics card decided to bite the dust. I mean, is it impossible? No. I looked it up, and I was told that it wasn't impossible. Just, it's rare that it would happen. But sometimes that just happens. You win or you lose. And I lost. I know Kingdom Hearts 4 got announced. In a Kingdom Hearts anime series. I'm not the biggest Kingdom Hearts person. Mainly because I've never, like, paid attention to the IP. But I know, all I do know is that it is a popular IP with people. Like, they genuinely love it. And for those people who wanted an anime series, good on you. You got the animated series. So this is the new Solemn for now. They're planning also more of these takeover events. Now, they don't add any new cosmetics. But honestly, I do think they should do more of these. Because they center around one main area, which for this event is Solemn. So Solemn is the one main area they're all centered around. They have exclusive limited time gun just for the event, which is definitely interesting. It gives you really some more incentive to actually play. Oh, the other game I actually haven't tested is Call of Duty Black Ops 7, because that's a preload shader that I was like, hell no, not now. The spaz. I'll take that. But yeah, again, like the... Yeah, this is like the main area right here. Oh yeah, they added a whole new key system for the event. So you can find the key to open up this truck, which will probably give you some pretty good loot. That is a feature I'm hoping they do in the future for more things. Oh wait, is this the... I think this is the weapon. One right here. The KMK... The AKM. Yeah, I think that's like the limited time weapon. Yeah, they even clarified that this was for... Like, they didn't even clarify. It was more or less me saying, to clarify, this is only for this event. I do hope they add this to the base game, but also this would... It's cool having their event-exclusive weapons. I'm gonna be streaming until at least 1... Because then the Fortnite events happen, and then I don't think I need to do it on stream. I mean, I actually like move the gun down. But yeah, around here is a key I need to look for to open up the container box. And I hope that they do experiment with the whole container, like the whole key system even further. Like, take Lockport, where a lot of the rooms are locked. What if they're, instead, they can fill up some of the rooms, but have a whole key system to it? Which then, players need to look around, find the key, and then they can get access to that room, which has some, depending on where it is, like, if it's like Ashland, has some pretty good loot. Like, Lockport and Ashland, I feel like could have some pretty good loot in there. And that's why I'm hoping they experiment with this further. And it's not just for this one-off time. If most people do not like it, then yeah, get rid of it at that point, if most people are not liking it. I'm just hoping maybe, like, they experiment here and there. I need to use the washroom. I'll be right back. Hold on. Let me, like... Alright. Bro. A great time. I did not see him there. I did. I was like, oh, this is the event AK-90. Okay. I got it wrong. So this right here is the event weapon. A modernized Soviet assault rifle with an rapid-fire burst that can be found in the Soviet takeover event. I'm not gonna take everything of his. But I'm also like very limited on the space I have. I mean, I don't even think I really need much of his. Just some food and water there. But let's take a look at the new event weapon. Ooh, that's nice. And this would be exclusive to the takeover event. Okay, that is a nice one. Key still not been found. I really am just gonna be looking for that key. I don't exactly know where it is. This flashlight. I don't think it's this building. Maybe in here. Jesus, bro, it was fast and stuck up behind me there. Body kit part, water. Flashlights. I might just check up here. But yeah, I think they want to do this for other factions. Like, they want to do one for Soviet and some of the other factions. Like, this is the first time they're doing, you know? I think this will be a success, in my opinion. Because it offers... It's still close enough to, like, the base game to where it doesn't feel that much different. Like, it doesn't feel like something like the Halloween or winter event. But it also adds some... Oh my god! But also, it, like, adds something, like, new... I should have pulled out my AK, my assault rifle, but I wasn't thinking. But it adds something new to the game where it's just generally a little bit more... It's, like, something new, if you think about it. Oh, I haven't been streaming for, like, 30 minutes. Only 10:51. I felt like it was longer for some reason. Put the bar right there. Put that in here. But yeah, for these events, they didn't add like any new cosmetics. Because like I think this is like supposed to be like a small event in between bigger updates. Like these events would take place in between the bigger updates. Honestly, let me just like sit right here and pull up Discord. I mean, your dog does this. Not my. I can't do anything about that. Not my dog. Yeah. So yeah, they're planning to make a couple of these events in between the larger updates of the game. So in between larger updates, they're gonna have these events. And it's going to be on a repeat cycle. Every few weeks, a new takeover event will temporarily be temporarily implemented to add interest to different locations, factions. Every time a new takeover event, the previous event will end, and the takeover event has a turn. And the cycle will repeat. So yeah, they didn't add like any new like cosmetics, but they added a new world lighting, day and night cycle profile for Outcast weather and foggy weather. They also added more for the loot rebalance. But yeah, that was my big thing. Oh no, wait, that was like, no, hold on. Yeah. There's a limited time vehicle. And there's no new cosmetics, which makes sense. I did a new daylight nights, Outcast weather, and fog weather. That was the one I was really interested in. But yeah, I was like, I feel like these will like these are pretty much supposed to take place in between the major updates of the game. So, like, when there isn't, like, a major event going on, there will be a takeover event. And it'll be cycling each time. I think this is gonna go well, these takeover events. So, like, they bring some more interest. Like, they're not as big as the major events, but they're not too small. Oh, sorry. Oh, tired still. I'm like too tired. Yeah, overall, can I survive like 2 weeks off this old graphics card? Yeah. I have used this old graphics card for who knows how long before. I can do it again. Not too difficult. I did it once, I could do it again. Of course, it doesn't help that I spent $300 this month. Not this month, but like last month. In July. Particularly a little bit early August. Because I first went and bought the Terriers Collector's Edition, which is no regrets, no doubt. But then I went and bought a desk, which... It's not that it wasn't useful, definitely was. But also, it wasn't necessary. But then I also went and bought... No, I went and bought the controller, then the desk. Which... I definitely... Like, you could probably tell already, my spending habits are not the greatest. Like, I often spend a lot of money. The controller is because I wanted a new controller. But yeah, like, you can probably tell. Not the greatest when it comes to saving my money. But then also, then I went and bought a desk, then Arknight's Enfield merch. If I had to change it up, I would have delayed a few stuff. Like, I would probably have delayed the Enfield merch and maybe the controller. Actually, I would have delayed the desk. If I knew my graphics card was gonna die, I would have, like, done that. But there was no way predicting that this would happen. But I am gonna actually, like, rethink on how I spend my money in the future. Because in case of, like, this happens again, I actually want to be at least prepared. Holy crap. But in case of, like, this happens again in the future, I want to be, like, actually somewhat prepared. And actually able to, like, get one more quickly. Because I was not expecting, like, if I knew my graphics card was gonna, like, die, I would have, not spent my money. I mean, like, let's hold off for a bit. That literally would have been me. I would have been like, yeah, let's, like, hold off for a hot minute before we do anything drastic here. Of course, what's done is done. There's nothing more that can be done, actually. But as much as there's a fair bit of Arknight's Enfield merch I still want to buy, I'm simply, just not going to for now. Oh, Operation Spitfire reveal is live. Let me just put that up on my phone. Okay, well, that was a lie. Probably not, but... Okay, it's at 11 AM, so, like, right now. It's not that I was going to try to complete the Battle Pass, but since to my graphics card dying, or not even dying, saying, hell no, I'm not gonna work for you now. I missed out on days there. Normally I don't complete battle passes, but since this is practically, I'm just gonna get the same amount of money back. I was like, why not? So since I have Dokubi already, I get 600 R6 credits back. So I was like, why not? I mean... Okay, there's no sword here. But when it comes to Siege reveals, I'm not... Not that I'm not interested, it's more or less I'm just like... Eh? Yeah, cool, there's a whole new operator. But also, some of the changes... The upper changes they made really does not really get me as excited. Like, the whole renown points being practically pointless. Especially when you get the battle pass. And not only that, alpha packs, like, they are so useless. I do not think anyone would really care if they were removed at this point. And I want to clarify, I'm just talking about alpha packs, not Bravo packs, not Black Ice packs, just the alpha packs. Because as it stands right now, alpha packs themselves are useless. They offer they don't even offer you anything good. And that's unlike Overwatch's loot box system. Overwatch's loot box system actually is useful. Like, it generally does give you some pretty cool cosmetics. However, like, the loot box system in the alpha packs are just... And this is not me hating on Siege, I want to clarify. I love Siege. It's a game that doesn't feel like any other game out there. But when they do stuff like this, it makes me, like, question, like, okay, if there was a game just like Siege, would I still be playing it? Probably not. Like, if there was a game that was just like Siege on how it plays, would I still be playing it? Honestly? I don't think I would. I would honestly probably be playing something else. Like, I would rather be playing Overwatch. Okay, I wasn't confident on someone being there. I'm just gonna be completely honest here. My confidence was... Like, I thought I saw someone. But also, at the same time, I was like, that's someone. Yeah, let's not take that. I know there's more people around me right now. But yeah, for Fortnite, I'm just basically doing Sprite Mastery now, since it's like 2 times, well, every day for the last week. But yeah, I do question what Operation Splitfire is gonna have. I know it's a new op. I just read the most brain dead tweet ever. Generally, it was so brain dead that I'm just like, bro, what are you guys? What is this guy even talking about? I know it's rage bait. Sorry, I just have to read this. Alright. One's been put down. But yeah, it was I know it was rage bait and it got me for a minute. I'm gonna check and make a new playlist of OTSs in the future. So there would be the Terraria OTS, Cult of the Lamb OTS, Stardew Valley. That's confirmed. But yeah, when it comes to Siege, it's not that I hate the developers behind it, it's Ubisoft as a whole. Their management is so bad. Like, generally the management with Ubisoft is not the greatest. They often release hit or miss games. I have yet to play Outlaws, and I will at some point. Same thing with Shadows. But their older games like Odyssey, it wasn't bad. Of course, I have my own gripes with Odyssey. Mainly the fact that I think the map is like way too big and half of the islands don't like offer any useful like hold on. Zero 3 Arcade. Yeah, I have like it on mute. I have to reveal on mute. Like if I look down, so there's gonna be a 3x3 Arcade, balancing updates, targeted, legendary something. Coming in day 2 left, 222nd. Let me just kill this guy here, he might have something. Is it just me, or are they moving like in a patrol? I like how he didn't hear it because, like, I was, like, technically, like, I'm gonna grab this. Yeah, I'm like, until I get a new GPU, I won't be streaming like 2 games. So pretty much nothing's gonna really be changing. Ah, the nerf to DMRs. We all knew it was coming. And SMG-11. I haven't had like a real gripe with SMG-11. It's more on the DMRs. I use them and goddamn they're powerful. Alliance scamping. Entry denial device damage increase for Echo Sonic Blast charges faster. There's gonna be a Dokkaebi. Hold on, let me hear this one. Okay, they're talking about Legend Divines now, and I'm like, okay, I can start talking on here now. So some Dokkaebi stuff. They're changing how so basically her and IQ is more of a likely pick if you want. But most of all, Callie. Instead of a 5 times and 12 times, it's now a 3. Hold on. Are they gonna do the thing I'm thinking they're gonna do? Secure platform, choose a verb. I thought they were gonna do secure boots. That's what you still need. Yeah, secured boots. But yeah, Callie is getting a buff, which so times between her shots are less. Now she has a 3.5 times, so shorter than before, and now an 8 times. So pretty much saying that it would be Callie might get a pick more likely. Maps are changing some, doing some map revisiting. Making basement and villa an actual good area. Wasteland contender event, hold on. They're talking about they also mentioned drone racing event. I'm more of an I don't hate the idea, but at the same time, I'm like, whatever. Nothing I really care for. Alright, it's definitely an operator. I definitely like the operator. The season itself is eh. Like, to me, it's something like groundbreaking, per se. Oh, that's the key. The key art actually is real. Okay, I won't go into saying what the key art is, but the Fortnite key art is in fact real. The leaked one. We originally people thought it was AI, which originally was believed to be it, but people have now confirmed today that yep, that is the real key art, which is definitely not a bad thing. It's a nice looking key art. It is sad that it got leaked, but I know the trailer is today. Probably to look at the Battle Pass lineup. I'm not looking too much into that key art, because I don't want to spoil. Bro, can I, like... I don't use the ladder anymore. It ends up giving me, like, weird glitches. Am I honestly taking a BRB break up here? Hold on. And we're back. Alright, My I guess the reason like the reason people have been able to figure out it was the real key art, which I will not be showing on here, but I am not about that, was because of the leak of the upcoming comic with Sonic and this upcoming comic with Sonic. Look, I had my reserves about the Simpsons season. And when I had those reserves, I was like, okay, is this really going to be great? An entire season on The Simpsons? I was like, can we, like... Originally, I was like, I'm going to skip that season. Turned out, it was a really good season. Also, Operation Splitfire launches on September 1st. So, yeah. I gotta get this Battle Pass done the next 15 days. Dun, dun, dun. I should know this music. Who said Geo character from Fontaine? With those with all these patterns and swords. It's that character. Honestly, just I don't know. I don't know if I want to do a short stream or not. Do my Twitch lobbies real quick. Okay, you guys are gonna see that while I load up a server. Let me see what's going on Twitter. Oh my, I could. That's all leak, so I can't say that. Because I'm going to be splitting it up into 2 acts. Because yes, could I sit here and do it all in one? Yes, it's possible for me to do that. Do I want to? No, I'd rather just have it split up in Act 1 and Act 2. I've heard nothing but peak from these Art Conquests, though. We're gonna try to get the Solemn. Don't mind my driving skills, they're usually not this bad. Because of the 2 wheels. It wasn't my intent to use my gun. I wasn't even trying. I thought I pulled out my knife. I think Operation Splitfire for me, it's gonna be like, not the greatest season out there, by all means, no. But at the same time, it's not gonna be like a terrible season. It's just rather have the flashlight. I'll take that and this tire kit. Storage. Do we have storage on this? Yes, we do. Got a power head out there. We need to find a gas station soon. But yeah, to me, like, for example, a model off a graphics card does not matter anymore. The color of the graphics card also does not matter. Literally, if I have an all-black build and I have a white graphics card in there, I don't care. As long as the graphics card is functioning. A man like me does not care what's in there. Driver's seat. Where are we? Wait, we need to take a turn. Our next big event will be Halloween. Then we got the big thing I've been waiting for, Christmas. That'll be the next big event. I'm hoping this truck stop has gas. Has like a gas pump. Oops, I did not mean that. But Season 4 of Fortnite looks fun. Am I having fun streaming? Yeah. I guess you could say I'm having fun now. I wasn't having fun for streaming for quite some time. But now I'm starting to actually have fun. Maybe that week off. Like that entire week getting like pretty much being off. Was honestly for the best. That's what I'm thinking. I didn't want it to happen that way, though. Like, I didn't want my graphics card to die for me to take a time off. Okay, let's move some of the stuff to this here. Another engine kit. We don't even need any more tire kits. Here we go. I think I will probably do. I'm not gonna do two. Oh yeah. Both Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Hey, will be already have set. Because Tuesday and Wednesday will be for what is I'm forgetting Genshin. Then Thursday was Fortnite. It's new season. Friday, probably another Fortnite day. I was not meant to go over the bridge. Oh man, I am tired. Honestly, I think we might shoot for at least another 30 minutes. Might just end it. Today was mainly about the takeover event. I did not see the. Oh my god. That scared me. I want to make some more character designs. What the blood kills. Tomorrow on Twitch will probably be the HSR event. Yeah, I was doing honestly, that week was with no computer, I was like, I need to do my dailies at least, just so I can have enough goals for characters. So I went and just installed like Genshin and stuff, Zenless, Genshin. There was another game I just can't remember. And Arknight's Enfield. I just went and installed them all onto my phone and was like, alright boys, time to do dailies on my phone. It wasn't terrible, but I do see why I would not play Genshin on my phone. It is not the worst time, but it's definitely not something I would do. I would willingly do. Enfield was more of an I mean, I could. I really felt like it. Also, part of me just gotta realize the stories for these events, these updates are not going anywhere. Like, Snetchnaya's story is not going anywhere. It's not like I have to do it immediately. But in my head, I'm like, okay, I gotta do it, like, immediately. I know next update for Star Rail will have at least, depending on how it goes, 4 to 6 videos. And I'm asking, what the hell? Yeah, that's if each story quest is 8 hours long. I'm not predicting because I highly doubt it. But also, I kind of have a little gripe with the next story. Like, I love the vibes, like the whole beach vibes. But I feel like the pacing and when this story gets released is a little off. Because it feels like this story should be releasing after Plan Arcadia. That's literally what it says. Like, this story takes places sometime after our adventures in Plan Arcadia or long after. And I'm like, well, it kind of feels like... Because we already know about the Zenless event coming up. They announced it and all. And I'm like, why not, like... I don't know, it just kind of feels like this story quest should be post-Plan Arcadia. I'm still gonna like it either way. I love the vibes it's giving off. It's also a Trailblaze continuance. And I was surprised, because I honestly thought they would just reserve those for the Fate events at that point, because they haven't done one in a while. Ever since, like, the Lafu or Amphorius. They, like, kind of stopped their Trailblazer continuance missions. I'm glad that they are still continuing to do those. Of course, Aventurine and Robin, they look amazing. I like them. Bro. But yeah. I'm like actively like scrolling through Twitter on my phone while doing stuff. Okay, well that's talking about the leaked information. Alright, there we go. Someone says they're not making a Hunt for Ben Solo currently. Okay. I don't really know who will... I mean, it's like an interesting concept, but at the same time, I'm like... That's kind of not what people are... At least what I'm looking for Star Wars. Honestly, there's not much... But look, I'm a Star Wars fan. I will... Oh man, like I'm not a big like I'll play the games and all. It's just even I can tell that their movies started not doing well. And I'm hoping they can bring back some of that magic. Of course, there's the Ahsoka TV show, which I heard it done pretty well. Not like groundbreaking well, but not to where it's like horrible. I mean, that's a start. I mean, I'm more of the optimistic person when it comes to a bunch of this stuff. Yeah, I had to go visit my doctor yesterday. No, Louie, let me tell you how the day went. So I woke up. I was going to go to sleep around 11. Or I fell asleep around 9 or 10. I woke up, around 11 with my friend in VC saying this goober is like asleep. I wasn't even asleep. I was just like, well, I mean, yeah, I was asleep for like what, 10 to an hour, like an hour. And I heard, and he woke me up, and I was like, and that's when we started messing with the PC. And when I came down to my conclusion that the PC, the graphic card was pretty screwed as it is. I did try messing with it more that night. But by the end, I was like, there's no saving. As much as I would love to save that GPU, as much as I would not want to spend a bunch of more money on a whole new one, I was like, I don't think they're saving this one at this point. And I was getting like so frustrated with like actually trying to fix it. Yeah, by then I was like, I looked at that GPU, and I just looked at it. I was like, I didn't even feel like hopeful. I was just like, you know, it's like I didn't even care by if I got it fixed or not at that point. I wish I was joking. By the end, I was like, I don't even care if you get fixed, if you fix yourself or not. That's how I felt when I looked at it. But for now, as long as my current games can be played, I am absolutely fine with this. Oh yeah, remember when they brought back like the whole Marvel Chapter 5 Marvel season cosmetics? I'm not against them bringing back cosmetics anymore. I'm more like, whatever, man. For the part, it's more like, whatever. I mean, if you bring them back, you bring them back. If you don't, you don't. There's also a vote on... Like, this was on Twitter, someone posted, like, a vote between the normal Foundation skin, like, from Chapter 3, in the newer version, and I had to vote for Chapter 3. I'm not against the... It's not just nostalgia. Like, it's not just the nostalgia. I just generally like it more. I remember when they revealed Avengers Kang Dynasty. Someone asked, was this movie any good? I don't know, man. Did it release at all? No. I was like, I generally wish it did release though. Look, I'm not into the whole Marvel DC stuff anymore. Maybe like a while back I used to be. But nowadays I am not into like that whole thing. And again, not that I believe it's bad. It's just more like I'm just not into the whole Marvel stuff anymore. How have I really ever been? I remember when Netflix CEO was like, oh, movie theaters are dying, while they proceed to still bring in the big bucks. Look, I use Netflix, but I can hate its CEO so much. Like, so useless. It's not like he's actually... I was gonna say, it's not like he's useless, but then I really began to really think. And I was like, you know, maybe this guy actually is pretty useless. I'm not trying to be like an absolute, like not trying to be mean, but he doesn't really offer any beneficial things. Okay, I tried. Okay, we are going to switch servers after I saw that guy's name. I did not process his name until just now. We are hella switching servers off that guy. Sorry, I had to. I looked at his name, I processed it, and then I was like, hold on, that is not good. Then I quickly moved the tab. If you saw it, my bad. I didn't really process it until I saw it myself, and I was like, wait. It was still a second later, I was like, wait, hold on. That's not a good thing. And then I was like, oh, let me just, like, kind of get banned onto YouTube here. And now they couldn't actually spell out the words because, let's just say, Roblox would probably have gotten, probably would not allow that. Also knowing Roblox, they probably would. Or at least they wouldn't care. They probably wouldn't care enough to actually stop the issue. Yeah, that's quite a little jab at them. For them adding age verification. I still hate them for that. And I still hate that I did it. What's my goal for this denial quest? Well, it's simply not to go on my phone. Like, during a lot of these story quests, I usually go on my phone. But that's something I want to not do this time around. I want to look, I want to watch that story quest all throughout. It's my attention span that is the problem. I know, it's kind of why I stopped using TikTok. The whole I'm trying to like watch less YouTube shorts. It's because those have kind of ruined my attention span. Either that or it's literally just me. If it's just me, nothing I can do about it. Whoops. Sorry if you heard that alarm. Oh, shoot. Bro, that comic is literally spoiling everything. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna show that, nor am I gonna look at that, but holy crap, that is... What is that comic... Whoever leaked that comic? Jesus Christ. I literally looked, and there was a new character design. I won't say for who or what, but that comic? Oh my god. Please. Chill it on leaking that comic, please. I want to actually see it all in game. And or probably at 2 PM, which is probably all game revealed. Normally I would record this type of thing, but it's like it's a story moment, not a live event. So I'm like, eh. I need a stretch. Oh man, stretch. Whew. Oh yeah, Creekcraft. Hold on. Creekcraft said he might, if GTA 6 videos do well for him, that he's probably gonna switch over to that. And like, do I watch KreekCraft? No, not really. Don't really watch him per se. But that, I did hear about that. And I'm not against the idea, it's just, some things he has said is not what I agree with. He said Roblox is boring, which... Jesus! That's alright. Okay, but no, this man said Roblox was boring, and I don't... That I'm in the middle with. It's not that I disagree with him. He's right to a degree. In the last while, Roblox has become more of a thing I play. Like, it's not like I never play it. Like, as you can see, I play Apops, but that's kind of like the only few things I play on Roblox. But I'm not saying he's wrong there, because he is partially correct. But also, I cannot blame this on developers. Because the trend, how things go, they have to do stuff based on trend. And like, there are still good games off Roblox. Doors, for example, is up there. Like, Doors is amazing. In some of the other games. Now, of course... Oh, we gotta talk about Calamity. Oh no, that's... It's not that I don't want to talk about it, it's... I know I'm gonna be sad. But let's keep talking about Roblox. It's just, there's still fun games on there, but I feel like they come less. But time to talk about the elephant in the room, Calamity, and it pains me. It really does. After the allegations that they're, for the who knows how many times, their lead developer was outed as a file. I can't, I'm not gonna say what word, but if you've literally had any seconds on Twitter, or even in the Terraria community, you probably know what I'm talking about. Because this guy was outed, and of course he's been demoted, he's no longer lead. But this did came at a cost. The developers of the Calamity mod are tired. I think they're more or less just tired of all this happening over and over and over again. To the point that where they announced, like, when this got outed, people did not know if Calamity was ending. Even the developers at the time didn't know. What do I have that? But at the time, even developers of Calamity didn't really know. Like, I knew it was on the tables of ending. I just didn't think they would actually have done that. And then XQC wanted to buy it, which I was like, no, it would not feel the same. And even he agreed, like, the developers lost passion, and I hate seeing all these XQC people saying, oh, just hire a new team. Well, frankly, this team is kind of the reason Calamity is Calamity. Just bring like a whole new set of people. And of course, people are gonna say, oh, yes, you can, all the time. But yeah, I was kind of shocked that they went down that motion. I'm gonna actually end it here. But yeah, I was shocked that they actually went down the idea of ending the mod. And I was like, damn, I didn't see it coming. It was generally pretty sad that it happened. And of course, they're working on other stuff, like, as a team, they're gone, but they're working on other stuff. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for probably some HSR events. So, bye-bye.